Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another little moto vlog. Not really, but kind of. Yeah, just did a crazy ride. Oh my god, just went like 86 miles in an hour and a half. Pull up the mileage real quick so you guys can see from yesterday. I didn't post the video yesterday, but I'll post them in chronological order. So 27633, we were at about 4.8 yesterday at the end of the ride. So yeah, that should tell you how long I went. But yeah, there was a Mustang here earlier, and I thought his car was pretty cool. It wasn't like anything like crazy. It was just a stock Mustang, but he seemed pretty cool. So I wanted to get a little drone shot of him, and he was kind of busy right now, but I told him I'll just set it up real quick, and then as he was leaving, I'd record him. And yeah, I ended up doing it. We got a pretty decent shot. I mean, I have to see when I go back to edit it, but it wasn't anything crazy. Just a cool aerial view, just cause, you know. But anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about today. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna talk about what I said at the end of the video on Monday, the look left, look right video. So talking about speeding, and so pretty much when you're speeding, obviously most people might think that it's dangerous, and I am one of those people. It is dangerous. I'm not gonna act like it's not, but I do feel like there are times when speeding is actually safer than going the speed limit. And I feel like this is what a lot of people, in cars mainly too, but on bikes it's more dangerous. So what I mean is kind of going off what I said at the end of that video. It's really nice right now. Oh my gosh, it's 60 degrees. I'm so happy. That's a cool plane. But anyways, if you're in a bad spot in traffic and in front of you is kind of empty and you have to make a cut, let's say. I'm not talking about like one of those stupid cuts you see like squeeze bends and those clowns do, but I'm talking about just passing a car and with enough room, and then now there's no cars in front of you. I do feel like speeding and making that safe pass is safer than just sitting in traffic. I don't know, but because if anything were to happen, I feel like there's more danger of somebody else hitting you. And at least I feel like when you're passing, you're not in control, but you do have, like, you're on the offense is kind of a way that I like to put it, I guess. And when you're not expecting it, you're playing defense. And I feel like you want to be on offense when you're riding. I don't know. I just feel like that's how it should be. And I feel like that makes it safer. And I'm not talking about speeding in the sense of 100 miles an hour plus, and then white lining or zipping between the middle of cars or zipping between the middle of traffic. I just mean like kind of swimming in a sense. I don't like saying swimming because Where's 981 and all those dudes are low-key clowns too. But I used to watch them and I thought they were alright, but I don't know. I don't fuck with them anymore. I don't fuck with all the clowns that post those videos. Because they do get a lot more people to do it. And I'm not saying it's their fault, but it's just, I don't know. Because they don't post the bad things is what my problem is. A lot of YouTubers, they only post, I mean, a lot of social media is the same way, but it's like they only post the things that are good and that what they want you to see. And that is a problem for me, because if you're like a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old and all you're watching is their good clips, that is obviously bad, because if they never post their fails, you kind of think they're invincible in a sense, and that they're never gonna crash or something. And that is the problem. Is because now you have people who think if they're skilled enough, because everybody thinks they're a race car driver. Let's be for real. If you could put somebody in a Honda or a Toyota minivan, they'll start cutting up because they think they're a race car driver, and it's like, I don't know. And obviously when something happens, it's probably gonna be bad. So it's not like one of those things where there's gonna be a small mistake and you can kind of learn from it. It's one of those things where it's, you think you're invincible till you're not. That's the problem. So I don't mean speeding with how you guys see it on social media. And yeah, I mean using speeding as a tool, and using speed itself as a tool to get yourself out of situations, or even just being on offense. Like Jixerbrow, he posts his crashes and his L's, and I don't know, something about that dude. He just seems so. He's like, he has the right mindset. I'm not gonna say that I would do the stuff that he does, because I will. It's too much for me, at least right now, and definitely not in the future, because it's gonna get, my risk tolerance is gonna get worse in the future. So it's like, if I have a kid or a wife, it's like, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna get crazier, you know. But what I mean is, he does that stuff, and he doesn't play victim. He knows what he's doing is hard to see and hard to like process, because if a car is going 80 miles an hour, they already think they're going fast, and he's doing double that and white lining past them. So it's like, two of those things are, I mean, obviously they're both illegal, but it's like two of those things are not things that you expect somebody to be doing. So it's like, as a car driver, even if they're paying attention, they could have looked before they made the lane change. But it's just, you're going so fast. It's like the time between the look and the time between the turn, you're already there. So it's like, you can't be the victim when you're on a bike, unless you're like actually just doing everything right, and somebody just like does something absolutely stupid, then yes, you're the victim. But it's like, if you are being the road hazard and you're being the asshole, I don't get all the bikers who start crying and start slapping mirrors and doing all that stuff. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. And it's like, even if you're in a car, you shouldn't be road raging with other cars. But let's say you're on a bike, that's the last thing you should be doing. The last thing you should be doing is road raging with other cars, slapping their mirrors, unless they do something insanely absurd that you had nothing to provoke or do anything. You were just riding along, cruising at speed limit or a little bit over, and they just do something insanely absurd to you. Then I'm like, okay, I still wouldn't do it, because it's just, if nothing happened, why would I want something to happen, you know? I'm not defending those clowns that do cut in front of you or do cut you off or do something absolutely insanely stupid, but it's just like, I don't know. You just have to be aware. Even if you're driving, you have to be aware, and especially if you're on a bike, you have to be extra aware. And yeah, you should definitely build up your skills and build them up, because yeah, you can't be doing that kind of stuff and then expecting everybody to just expect you to do it, you know? That's just not how it works. It's just not how it works. Stop being the victim, and yeah, just stop. Just stop being the victim. It's just not fun for anybody. If you're doing stuff that is illegal and that you know is dumb, you can't really blame somebody else. I don't know. Like, these dudes, all these people have families. They get on the road to try to get from point A to point B. They're not driving like race car drivers, and they're also not paying attention. Because for them, it's just from point A, Silver Diner, to home. That's all it is for them. They don't view it as anything else. They get home, they park their car, they take it to the shop when 5,000 miles is up, and that's it. They don't touch their car. They don't do anything. For them, a car is just point A to point B. Now for us bikers and car guys, this is fun. This is fun for us. This is what we like doing. And obviously we still use it to get from point A to point B, but we enjoy every single minute of that. So we're obviously paying attention and pointing things out to our brain, and actually we do maintenance on our stuff and we know everything about it. So it's like, that's why we're extra aware. And yeah, and you just can't expect the same. I'm not defending them, by the way. I'm just saying you'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, if you're gonna speed, like I rarely hit 100 when I even ride, and obviously it's because I have this 300. So it's like, if I had a 600, obviously I would probably hit 100 more often. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, if I had 1,000, I'd only go speed limit. But it's like, this is also another form, and obviously I only bought this because that's all I could afford. But it's just like, even if I bought, I don't know if I would buy 1,000 now, because if I buy 1,000, I'm gonna keep this bike too. But even if I did, dude, there's so much more risk to that, because it's like, I have no control when I'm on this thing. Like, I do ride smart, but it's like, if there's an open road and I had 1,000, I would hit 200, and it's just, that kind of speeds is just fathomable. It's not really something you ever get used to. At least I would assume not. But maybe you do. I don't know. Because I guess I'm not used to 100. Because even when I do go 100, still, I know I'm going crazy fast. So I don't know, maybe if some of those crazier motherfuckers on bikes be like used to 200 or used to 180 or something like that. But it's definitely something that you got to treat more seriously. And you got to wear your gear. At the very minimum, you should be wearing stuff that covers your whole skin. At the very minimum. You should also be wearing boots, helmet, and gloves, in my opinion. And obviously I could be wearing a suit, a leather suit. Obviously would be better. But that's where I sacrifice a little bit of safety. Not a little bit, a lot of safety. For the comfort and the kind of like accessibility of it. And I can be more like, I don't know, like more of a person. Like, if I wanted to come here and go eat, I could. And the suit, it's not as enjoyable. But yeah, I mean, stay within your limits. Find situations where you can safely speed, and also in other situations where you might need that speed to get out of bad situations. You know, it's just, you got to use everything to your advantage. Nothing in life is completely a bad thing. There's always going to be a scenario where you should use something in life. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You shouldn't be doing it every day. You shouldn't be pushing your luck or anything like that. But yeah, and really the only credibility I have is still being alive. That's like the only way to put it. Like, if I was that insanely stupid, I probably wouldn't be here. But I'm not gonna act like I know everything. But I do act like I know something. Or I mean, not act like I do know I know something. So it's just like, if you want to listen to my advice, don't just straight up follow it. Take it with a grain of salt, obviously, but use it as another perspective is all I ask. And if you disagree with my take, that's okay with me. If you agree with my take, it's also okay with me. I am not doing this to push a certain certain perspective or anything. I just try to offer a new perspective is what I'm trying to do with these videos. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Highways are probably the safest place to speed. Just go at a good time, and be careful at night, because it does make everything a lot more dangerous. And speaking of night, I should get going soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, be careful, because the road I was just on, it was one of those like super long stretches of like country road-ish, but there were so many intersections and places for cars to cut across and cut into. Those are very dangerous, because I was going 100 kilometers per hour, and you just kind of lose track of it if you're just in the flow. You can't just think you're invincible. You got to slow it down. And I just had this one feeling at this one intersection. I slowed it down because it was just one of those things where I couldn't really see as much as I wanted to. So I slowed it down, back to like 60 kilometers, and yeah, boom, car just cuts across. So yeah, if I was going 100, I don't think I would have hit him, but it could have been close, and it could have been bad too. So it's just like one of those things where you kind of got to be proactive, and if that were to happen, even on the highway with intersections, you got to be careful. So I should probably just stick to more actual highways, but I don't know, I just feel there's always traffic, at least where I'm at right now, which is unfortunate. And even on the road I was just in, it was still traffic. But I don't know, I haven't been there in like a couple months, so I want to go visit it in a sense. And the farm place that I go to, the farm market, was closed. Unfortunate. I would have gotten like some corn and like some jalapenos or something, because yeah, it's fairly good price for the quality, or at least I know it's real. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I only got 12% right now, but one of my friends just unfortunately crashed his bike. They said it's totaled. I decided to come in and stop by, because we were supposed to group ride today with a couple of people, but by the time I was gonna be a little late, I had some stuff to do, and by the time I met up with him, it was too late. So yeah, or not met up with him, but by the time I came out to ride, it was too late. So I just came to the hospital to check on him. But yeah, and from what I could gather with like his family and stuff, he's okay. He might have a broken arm, and from what they said from the other rider that was with him, he might have been trying to, he gave it too much gas, was trying to do a wheelie. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that's what I heard. So yeah, I mean, you guys gotta be careful, man. It's all fun and games till it's not, and glad he's okay, because at least it wasn't with another car. So, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I don't have much battery, but see ya.